Over 100 million people die from mosquito-borne diseases every year, and hundreds of millions more experience pain and suffering from illnesses transmitted by mosquitoes. What you can do to stay safe and remain healthy is coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Brian Lacey. And joining me in studio is Mike Mailer. Mike is the manager for Polk County Mosquito Control. Welcome to the studio today, Mike.
Thank you, Brian.
Let's talk a little bit about the mission of Polk County Mosquito Control.
The mission of Polk County Mosquito Control is to protect its citizens from mosquito-borne diseases, plus to protect the comfort of the citizens from biting mosquitoes.
So when we have over 2,050 square miles of land that we have to do this in, how do you go about doing that?
It's a fairly big job, but we have a pretty sophisticated mosquito surveillance program. We put out mosquito traps throughout the county, approximately 62 traps we sample weekly, and it gives us a relative idea of the mosquito trends, whether they're going up or down or if they're above treatment levels. There's approximately 45 species of mosquitoes in Polk County. About a dozen of those are either important from a disease-carrying standpoint or a pestiferous standpoint. But depending on the type of mosquito and the relative abundance, then we'll schedule our either truck treatments or aerial treatments.
Now, we've had the privilege on different shows to go up and do the aerial treatments, but about how many different trucks and then how many different aerial units do we have?
We have one helicopter, and we use that in any area in the county that's, not very accessible with a good road network, rural areas with large mosquito populations. We have 111 spray zones in the county, and we run 12 trucks during the season. And our mosquito season normally runs from about the end of March until mid-November.
Now, with that going, is when the trucks go out, is that only a certain time of the day? Is that 24 hours? Because I've seen them run during the day. I've heard them run at night. When's the optimum time that runs?
The optimum time for our biting mosquito treatments is from sundown for about the next 2 to 3 hours. That's when most mosquitoes are the most active. They have to be actually actively flying for the insecticide to come in contact with them to kill them. And we spray on Monday through Thursday nights. We don't spray on Friday nights or weekends because there's too many people out. We try not to spray when people are out just so they don't come in contact with the chemical.
Is it on, now you had mentioned that you set the traps, and is the spraying set to those, or does each neighborhood get hit every so often? How does that come about?
We actually schedule our treatments based on mosquito populations. You can go on the county's website and we post our mosquito population maps weekly. But based on the heaviest mosquito populations and the type of mosquitoes, that's where we'll send the trucks. Generally, we get a lot of service requests, citizen requests, but with our system, most of those we already have scheduled because we know where the mosquitoes are going to be from week to week generally.
Now, over the last few weeks, we've seen a lot about the Zika virus. What is Polk County Mosquito Control's program doing to respond to the problem?
The Zika virus is kind of a unique mosquito-borne disease. There are a number of mosquito-borne diseases that are endemic in this area. West Nile virus, St. Louis encephalitis, Eastern equine encephalitis. Those are primarily bird diseases. They will, when the population of Culex mosquitoes gets very high, it can spill over into the human population. But there's another class of viruses, dengue virus, chikungunya, yellow fever, and now Zika virus, are all transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. It's one particular species of mosquito that we commonly find in Polk County. The Aedes aegypti mosquito is a container breeder. It's usually found if there's waste tires, buckets, dog bowls, bromeliads, that type of thing. They grow, these mosquitoes breed around urban areas, around homes. They don't fly very far, but somebody has to be infected with the disease out of the country, have to come in here, then they would have to be bitten by this one particular species of mosquito, and then that mosquito would have to bite someone else to transmit the disease. Currently, all of the cases in Florida have been travel related, that somebody picked them up out of the country. They have not been acquired here. And what happens when someone goes to the doctor, goes to the hospital because of the disease symptoms, the doctor or hospital will notify the health department. The health department notifies us of a suspected case, and we'll send our inspectors out to look around the neighborhoods that that person is staying or living in to make sure that there's no breeding of that one particular mosquito. All mosquitoes aren't the same. Our most abundant mosquito is the Culex mosquito. They breed in ditches, flooded pastures, and that type of thing. They will not transmit this disease. Only the Aedes aegypti, and possibly to a lesser extent, Aedes albopictus, which is the Asian tiger mosquito, can transmit this disease. And it's a real narrow area where they breed, and it's usually around homes. They don't fly very far.
Roughly how many different types of mosquitoes are there in the world?
Oh, there's thousands. There's probably 68, 69 species of mosquitoes in Florida. About 45 of those are found in Polk County, and about a dozen are problematic for us.
Now, with these mosquitoes, are they natural to this area? Are all the ones that are here? Is there ever anything that's brought in from, say, shipping containers, things along that
Most
lines?
of the mosquitoes that we have here are endemic to this area. However, the Asian tiger mosquito was brought into this country back in the 1980s, late 1980s, in recap truck tires. It's called the Aedes albopictus, which is the Asian tiger mosquito.
Now, we've heard a little bit about the mosquitoes. We've heard how it's transmitted, and what are some of the things that the residents can do to fight this illness?
The most effective thing that homeowners can do is just make sure there's no standing water around their houses. Anything that holds water for any length of time can produce Aedes aegypti mosquitoes. Dog bowls, especially bird baths, any buckets that sit outside to collect rainwater, anything that will hold water for over a week period of time, that's where these mosquitoes will actually breed. If the homeowner dumps those out just weekly, or flushes out the bird baths weekly with fresh water, that will prevent the mosquito larvae from emerging as adults.
Some people are affected by mosquitoes, and then other people don't even have to put anything on mosquitoes. Why are mosquitoes attracted to some rather than others?
Well, mosquitoes are attracted to carbon dioxide. When you exhale and give off carbon dioxide, that's what the mosquitoes key on. That's what actually draws them to you. In fact, our mosquito traps are baited with it's dry ice, which is frozen carbon dioxide. Some people are, their body chemistry is just more attractive to mosquitoes than others. If you go outside, wear insect repellent, wear light clothing. If you wear dark clothing, that's more attractive to mosquitoes.
Anything else that they should do to stay away from it, or?
These particular mosquitoes that transmit the Zika virus and some of the others bite primarily in the daytime. If citizens are getting bitten in the daytime, they should call us. We'll send an inspector out to look at the area. Most of the mosquitoes that we have, the vast majority of our mosquitoes, bite right at dusk and for about the next hour or two. So to avoid other mosquito bites, just try to avoid being out during, from sundown for the next hour or two.
Where can residents get more information concerning mosquitoes and mosquito-borne diseases?
They can go to Polk County's website, polk-county.net, and go to the services section. There's a drop-down list, and look for mosquito control. We have a page that has all our recent treatments. Our mosquito trends graphs are located on there. Our population maps, treatment schedules. There's information about different diseases and links to the Centers for Disease Control and the Health Department.
This has become a hot button issue, I guess, no matter where you are in Florida. But as with many things with the Polk County Board of County Commissioners, you guys were on top of this from the beginning.
We've been aware of this for a while. This Zika virus is the same mode of transmission as dengue fever and chikungunya, which we've been dealing with over the last couple of years throughout Florida. They're all imported cases, and our goal is to prevent that disease from being able to get established in this area.
Mike, I'm going to give you a last word on this. Anything that you want the residents of the county to know about this, or anything else that we didn't cover?
The primary thing is to be vigilant. You know, make sure that you're not breeding your own mosquitoes that will bite you or your neighbors. Keep all your buckets and other containers free of water, and you know, wear insect repellent when you're out at dark.
Well, Mike, thanks for coming in, and appreciate your time.
Thank you, Brian.
All right. Hey, the Zika virus is the latest mosquito-borne virus to hit the United States and joins us a long list of other infections that the insects can carry. Mosquito-borne diseases found in Florida include West Nile virus disease, Eastern equine encephalitis, and St. Louis encephalitis. Many other mosquito-borne diseases are found in different parts of the world and can be brought back to Florida if infected people or animals are bitten by mosquitoes while in Florida. Polk County wants you to stay safe from mosquito-borne illnesses. For details on what you can do to avoid the sicknesses, go to polk-county.net or give the Polk County Mosquito Control Division a call at 863-534-7377.